All right, let's break down these 10mm carbines. People are catching on to these things, and for good reason. You get the serious punch of the 10mm round, but in a platform that's way easier to shoot well than a handgun. Whether you want to squeeze every last foot per second out of the cartridge or just have a smooth shooting rig, there's something out here for you. So let's dive into the best 10mm PCCs on the market right now. You've seen this at the gun show, done a double take at the price tag, and seriously considered it. No shame in that game. What the Hi-Point 1095 lacks in looks, it makes up for in pure, stubborn reliability. Let's be honest, it's ugly, but you're also not going to cry if you scratch it. This is about as basic as a long gun gets. Its simple blowback action means it will chew through just about any ammo you feed it, cheap stuff included. It's also a heavy beast at 7 pounds, which sounds like a bad thing until you shoot it. That weight soaks up the 10mm recoil and turns it into a pussycat, even with the hot defensive loads. It even has a threaded barrel, so you can slap a suppressor on it and have one of the quietest, softest shooting setups around. Plus, it has a last round bolt hold open, a feature missing on a surprising number of PCCs. Now, the downsides. The sights are pretty crude, but you can ditch them for a red dot. The polymer body feels, well, it feels cheap. But the real kick in the teeth is the magazine. It's a proprietary, single-stack, 10-round mag. In a world of Glock mag compatibility, this is a tough pill to swallow. Still, if your budget is tight and you just need something that goes bang every time, the Hi-Point has your back. Kel-Tec Sub2000 Gen 3. For the 10mm fan who values portability above all else, Florida-based Kel-Tec has you covered. They've been making the clever Sub2000 for a quarter century, and this handy little carbine just keeps getting better. The big trick, of course, is that it folds in half to a tiny package. This 10mm version weighs in at 5.6 pounds, which is a full pound heavier than the 9mm model. That tells you they've beefed it up to handle the spicier 10mm round. Crucially, this model is built to feed from Glock 20 or Glock 40 magazines, so you've got plenty of reliable, high-capacity options. The new Gen 3 model has a brilliant trick up its sleeve: a rotating handguard. This means you can mount an optic on its Picatinny rail, fold the gun for storage, and then unfold it without losing your zero. That's a huge upgrade. It's a simple blowback gun with a surprisingly decent trigger. You get M-lock slots for lights and accessories and a threaded barrel for a muzzle device. For the MSRP $599, it's a ton of clever engineering in a backpack-friendly package. TNW Aero Survival Rifle. The TNW Aero Survival Rifle is one of the best all-around picks if you want a serious 10mm carbine for under $1,000. It's not the absolute cheapest, but the blend of features and quality is tough to beat. It looks a bit like an AR-15, and it borrows some of the best parts like the pistol grip, safety position, and buffer tube. But it has its own unique design too. The real magic of the ASR is the quick change barrel system. You can pop the barrel off in seconds, making it an amazing takedown rifle for a bug-out bag or stashing in a vehicle. This system also means you can swap calibers. The 10mm version, for example, can be easily converted to shoot 45 ACP without breaking the bank. This versatility is what makes it a fantastic survival tool. The 10mm cartridge has enough punch for self-defense against two-legged threats and is perfectly capable of taking medium-sized game like deer. With the right ammo, it's a respectable choice for bear defense too. It uses a standard blowback system with a heavy bolt, so while it doesn't do much to reduce recoil, the sheer ergonomics of a rifle make the 10mm cartridge easy to handle. Just right Carbines Takedown. JRC has built a solid reputation for making well-built, no-nonsense pistol-caliber carbines. Their 10mm takedown model is a perfect example. When you break it down, it becomes a tidy 16-inch, 6-pound package that can go anywhere with you. This thing is built like a tank. The receiver is milled from a single piece of aircraft-grade aluminum, so it's incredibly tough and shrugs off dirt and grime. Like many others on this list, it's a simple blowback design. That means the action can feel a bit stiff, but it also means it will reliably cycle pretty much anything you feed it. A key trait for a utility carbine. Best of all, it takes Glock magazines, giving you endless options for capacity. JRC also included some smart features. You can reverse the ejection port for left-handed shooters. It has a full-length top rail for optics, and it uses a standard AR-15 trigger group, safety, and grip. If you're already an AR guy, this will feel immediately familiar. Smith & Wesson M&P FPC 10mm. Smith & Wesson might be one of the oldest names in the game, but they are not afraid to innovate. The M&P FPC, or folding pistol carbine, is proof. The original 9mm was a hit, and now they've given it the 10mm treatment. The design is slick. The whole carbine folds horizontally, not over the top, making it just a little longer than its 16.25-inch barrel. To handle the extra power of 10mm, S&W added a tungsten-infused recoil buffer, which really helps tame the beast. The grip is straight off their M&P 10mm pistol, so it feels great in the hand and uses the same interchangeable backstraps. But the coolest feature? The stock has a built-in carrier for 2 spare magazines. The rifle comes with 3 15-round mags, 1 in the grip and 2 on deck, ready to go. The controls are fully ambidextrous, and it's optics ready with a full-length Picatinny rail.
For an MSRP of $699, this is a ton of modern features in a powerful, portable package.
Ruger LC Carbine 10mm. I don't know anyone who's shot the original 5.7mm Ruger LC Carbine and didn't come away impressed. It's light, fast handling, and has almost no recoil. The only complaint was the ammo. Well, Ruger listened. After a 45 ACP version, they finally gave us the one we really wanted, a 10mm. The design is brilliant. It uses an Uzi-style overhung bolt, which allows the gun to be very compact while still having a full 16.25-inch barrel. This design also puts the magazine in the pistol grip, making for intuitive, fast reloads. And speaking of magazines, it's compatible with full-size Glock 10mm mags. The controls are fantastic. Fully ambi safeties and bolt releases, and a reversible mag release. It comes with excellent folding backup iron sights, but you'll want to throw a red dot on the top rail. The only real downside is the price. With an MSRP of $1,049, it's a bit spendy for a PCC, but the quality and ergonomics are top-notch. B&T APC-10. If you want a PCC that feels less like a firearm and more like a piece of precision Swiss machinery, look no further than Brugger and Tomet. The APC-10 is a top-tier contender that just oozes quality. It uses a straight blowback system, but it's refined with a fantastic hydraulic buffer in the back. This buffer does an incredible job of soaking up the 10mm recoil, making for a surprisingly smooth and flat shooting experience. It feeds from Glock 20 magazines, which are easy to find and reliable. The ergonomics are flawless. You get dual, non-reciprocating charging handles, 1 on each side, and all the lower receiver controls are fully ambidextrous and perfectly placed. The trigger is a standout, light, crisp, and clean. This isn't just a fun range toy. Toss an optic on it, and the APC-10 is a seriously formidable tool for home defense. Kriss Vector CRB. Want to own a space gun? Here's your chance. The Kriss Vector is probably the most visually distinct and technologically advanced PCC on the market. That wild, futuristic design isn't just for looks. It houses a unique recoil mitigation system called the Super V. Instead of pushing recoil straight back into your shoulder, the Super V system redirects the bolt and the recoil energy downwards. The result is shockingly low muzzle rise, which lets you put follow-up shots on target with incredible speed. It's a feeling unlike any other PCC. The controls are a bit different, designed for you to operate the bolt and mag release with your support hand, but it's intuitive once you get the hang of it. It's also compatible with Glock magazines. The Vector isn't for everyone, and it's certainly not traditional, but if you want the absolute cutting edge in recoil control, this is it. You'll definitely have the most unique gun at the range. CMMG Banshee. This is a high-end option, but the CMMG Banshee is an absolute game changer. What makes it so special is CMMG's radial-delayed blowback system. This is one of the most brilliant pieces of firearm engineering I've ever seen. Instead of a heavy bolt and spring fighting the recoil, the bolt has angled lugs that have to rotate to unlock, delaying the action just long enough for pressures to drop. The result? The felt recoil of the 10mm Banshee is almost non-existent. It feels more like a 9mm. This makes for incredibly smooth shooting and lightning-fast follow-up shots. The Banshee is built on an AR-style platform, so it's lightweight, modular, and familiar to millions of shooters. It loves a steady diet of heavy 180-grain bullets and just screams performance. Like many other smart options here, it feeds from Glock mags. The only problem is the price tag and the fact that they can be hard to find in stock. But if you can get one, it's arguably the best shooting 10mm PCC ever made. Dakota Tactical D54 MP5 clone. For the true connoisseurs, the MP5 fans, this is the one. Dakota Tactical is a small shop, but they are legendary for making the absolute best MP5 clones on the planet. And yes, they make one in 10mm. This is not cheap. We're talking over $5,500 for the pistol model. But what you get is pure roller-delayed bliss. The roller-delayed blowback system is famously the smoothest operating sub-gun action ever designed. There's a reason it's so beloved. Dakota Tactical nails it, giving you a shooting experience that is second to none. They had a modern touch with a welded Picatinny rail on top, so you don't have to mess with those old-school claw mounts for your red dot. The straight magazines look just like the originals from the FBI's 10mm MP5s, giving it an incredibly cool aesthetic. This isn't a practical choice, it's a collector's piece and a shooter's dream. They aren't mass-produced, so if you ever see one for sale, you grab it. This is a grail gun, plain and simple.